Welcome to Week 10 podcast. I'm Sam, and of course we have with us the Commissioner, Rob. How's it going, sir?
Very good, Sam. How are you today?
I'm doing good. You know, the week that I had, I'm doing really good.
Yeah. Is that may be the season high score, huh?
Yeah, weekly high score. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think so.
yeah, it just barely topped it. Because after that, after the Cincy game, I didn't do much after that. But anyways, yeah, hey,
Oh, yeah, but yeah. I mean, when you have a team built on Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, if they go off, you don't need to do
stacked.
much else, do you?
Yeah. So let's take a look at the standings. Maybe talk about possible playoffs and
Okay.
a wild card. But yeah, let's take a look at Conference One Earth Division. The Bagger, the Bat. Wow, he's in first place. High Rollers, the Hart Foundation, and then Kelly Red Raiders.
Well, we're just going to make the playoff situation over here real easy. Kelly Red Raiders, Degenerate Bastards, and El Oso Verde. Be sure to play out the string. Be sure to get your starters in. Be sure to make some pickups. But there won't be any playoffs for you guys this year. So the Bagger, the Bat, the High Rollers, the Hart Foundation, Belichick Mate, and the Gangrene are all vying for 3 spots with one each coming out of the division. So, and Belichick Mate and the Gangrene just did the Hart Foundation a huge favor this week, taking out the Bagger, the Bat, and the High Rollers there and getting this a hell of a lot closer. So right now it's still me and Cody looking on the outside looking in. But, it's not unheard of. But the main thing here, we're going to have to win games. So, and that's just how that's going to go. So right now, the Bagger, the Bat is in the driver's seat. I don't know. Belichick Mate's really in the driver's seat with the points by a little bit. But 4 weeks, all kinds of crazy things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy does not dictate Degenerate Bastards, El Oso Verde, or Kelly Raiders in the 3-7 getting up there. And so these are some great players, but hey, not every year's your year. So it happens. So here's looking at you. But there we go.
All
We'll
right.
jump over to the second conference.
Yeah, Conference 2. Let's go. Straight LA, Ninja Assassin, Saz, Browntown, and of course Dean Gray over there. And also an 8-2 Mad Dog coming up. And
yeah, so we're not doing that stuff. So anyway, we're gonna go Browntown Red Raider. Rookie seasons are tough. Just ask every rookie quarterback in the league right now. And the Wolfpack, what the hell that best is at 4 losses in a row. And I thought he might have had like a glimmer of hope, and then you just had to stomp his heart out on Thursday night. So those 3 teams will not be making the playoffs this year. It's going to take a monumental collapse for straight LA Kings to not make the playoffs and win that division. That's going to be pretty difficult for him to do. I think I got his magic number right now at like 3. But I mean, even Ninja Assassins and Savs are going to play 1 week. So that's just 1 week you're not going to get there. So I think straight LA looks like some pretty hard money right now to me, man. And good for him. He just keeps on winning. That's another 3 in a row there. So, and then speaking of keeping on winning, and the only reason this isn't quite, the same way here, I mean, it's going to take a monumental effort to get Dean Gray out of that spot too. Just simply because he's got the 2-game lead on Mad Dog. And I mean, I don't know how many more weeks Mad Dog can skate by scoring like 81 points and winning. He took a loss this week. That's tough. That was a tough loss there. That kind of opens it up for Dean Gray. My bad. But he's got the 2-game lead. And is that 315 points? Yeah, so straight LA and Dean Gray, I would start making your plans for December. It's going to be a kind of a fun month for you. But the wild card there, Sam, is really wide open with Mad Dog, Ninja, and Sav. So and rookies that may or may not be listening to this, and rookies' parents and friends, make sure these guys are getting their stuff in. And we play it all the way till the ending. And remember, there's lots of little rewards here. We'd look very unkindly on not putting rosters out there, which, of course, the commission step in and do that. And then he'll scold you, and then he'll tell you that do it again, we won't have you back. So such threatening language, right, Sam? So, man, I'll tell you what. Anyway, but Browntown Red Raiders, better luck next year. What you don't want to be is like Wolfpack, who's on like year 25. And I mean, the league's only been around 23 years without winning a championship, Sam. So,
yes.
All right.
Yes. Let's go. Yeah. So every week from now, we'll talk about the, a wild card.
Playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs and wild card possibilities. I think, again, they'll play itself out. Like I'm playing Dean Gray this week, and so we'll see how that goes. And I think it'll
Oh
take care
yeah.
of itself. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Well, and you definitely, I mean, even though Dean Gray and straight LA are in, I'm sure they're not going to be benching their starters, and
He should. He
you
should.
know, it's you're playing for that first round bye, which means man, that means you're winning some money.
Yeah.
So is this league for money? I can't remember, Sam. All right, let's take a look at some scores here. Let's tear through this crap real quick, right?
Yep. Let's go ahead and do the rundown, Rob.
All right. Well, so I got Degenerate Bastards and I got Kelly Red Raiders and I got 118 to 102. Man, that's just a game Michael couldn't lose right there, and he did, unfortunately. A huge week out of Jalen Hurts, and left a lot of points on the bench, but I'm not going to pick him apart on that. Jaden Daniels looks like a pretty good start over Bo Nix against Kansas City. Who knew, right? And I think he said it best on draft night. He just said he wished he had one guy he could count on out there because he's got a whole lot of B+ talent on this team. He just doesn't seem to have an A player, and outside of Jalen Hurts, but he's even kind of up and down. And
yeah,
we can all find quarterbacks to put up 40 points in a week every now and again. And same with Kelly Red Raiders. Just, again, it just didn't work for him at the quarterback position this year. Nice team. I mean, he had a good team, and he was threading there, and then the Devontae Adams thing just went sideways on him. A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a great player, just not putting up huge fantasy stats. So, hey, good win for him this week, though. That gets him up there, and, wins are wins. It always feels good, right? So, anyway, rolling on to the next game. You're talking about games that you couldn't afford to lose, but this was not a close one. Heart Foundation just taking care of El Oso Verde season there. 85.75 and 100% efficiency rating is probably not going to get it done on a week-to-week basis. And there's even a couple guys on his pine there that were playing. So, he's missing Jordan Love this week and all that. And he just getting 5 points out of the quarterback position. That's going to compute to about an 85, huh, Sam? Bijan Robinson, though, man, he's really turning into having a nice season finally. It's taken him a couple of years. The other side, Heart Foundation, we got a long time to talk about you. 78 points out of Jamar Chase, Sam. You're familiar with that, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, that 78 sticks out pretty good. That was a lively discussion last Thursday. And one thing I'd point out that I do believe Eric put it in there, that 101 for Tyreek Hill back in 2021, that was the revenge game for the Chiefs or whatever against Tampa Bay, because it's way cooler winning in November than it is in the Super Bowl. But that actually computes to 111 by. We were only given, and we did that for years. That's under that one. We just switched back to the 10-point base for the wide receivers this year. So you can actually add on 10 points to that. And that 111, that's an insane.
Mm-hmm.
And just think, Jamar Chase was running free on the field the other night, and he's 33 points short of what Tyreek did against Tampa. And that'll get you traded. So, I better move Jamar Chase over to Kansas City now, huh? So, huge game. High rollers, Belichick made. Dude, man, this was big time right here. Man, high rollers picking a bad week to go 99, man. He's like, damn. He's got better days ahead, I assume. He's still got a good team. Belichick, mate, he's tough, man. Lamar Jackson at 51, that's gonna cover up a lot of warts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you gotta love fantasy football too. What is this horse shit about Sam Darnold starting over Patrick Mahomes? What the fuck, dude? You deserve to lose out for that crap. I'm not even talking about that anymore. And it turns out, just so it plays out, that 4 for Darnold. 4. All right. So the bag of I didn't realize I was talking trash on Tay last week, man. And I'm not going to talk a lot of trash on Tay now because, I sat there and looked at Chuba Hubbard, looked at him and said, nah, I'm not going to pick up Chuba Hubbard. And Chuba Hubbard put up 27 points on me. So I go, okay, I'll go pick up Ramondre Stevenson. He picked him up too. So what the hell, Tay? He's just like running the gamut on the crap running backs here, man. He got Breece Hall out there too at 8 points. So anyway, total devastation, 183 to 98, or 172 to 98. I liked 183. I don't suppose this gets into large March territory, does it, Sam? It does
No,
not. I
no.
wish. I wish, though. Joe
Amen.
Burrow, the other hand of that, 58. We'll talk
That's
about
pretty
him and
nice.
Jamar Chase again. Look at this, though, man. Joe Burrow and Brock Purdy. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. Look at
Brock
Kareem
Purdy
Hunt
showed
and
up.
Kyron Williams. It's not nice at all. So I'm loaded at quarterback and wide receiver, and I got a functional tight end and good defense, and I got a trash heap of running backs. And the best news ever for Chiefs fans is that Isaiah Pacheco's on the practice field. The worst the news ever for the Gang Green is that means Kareem Hunt will soon be useless, which leaves me with literally Kyron Williams and Tony Pollard. All right, that's how I drew it up this year, man. Let me tell you. So anyway, let me pat my own back. All right. The Red Raider played the straight LA Kings. This was, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence. What happened? Did he even play? Did he even
No,
play?
he played.
Oh.
He played. No, he didn't play. I don't know what the hell's going on. What? How do we got Trevor Lawrence starting in this game, man? I mean, come on, dude. The injury reports come out all week long, and we can make changes right up to game time, especially, Indianapolis was, Oh, okay. So let's not let that happen too much, guys. All right. 80 points out of the quarterbacks here. David's, I mean, yeah, he's got a championship quality team, even though he's got Tony Pollard on there. He's just like, but he's a luxury to him because he's got David Montgomery and Jonathan Taylor and Brian Thomas, and even though he's a wide receiver, not very good. So he's beating the playoffs. Mad Dog, Savs. Mad Dog, Savs. Sad Dog, Mavs. I don't know. Brock Purdy again.
A lot of low-scoring games, huh?
I don't know what the hell to say about these games, except for Mad Dog has the win in his pocket, but manages to go out there with the 71.6% efficiency rating. So let's go ahead and pick some of this crap apart. I would not have started Bucky Irving over Kyron Williams. That should not have happened. And I guess I don't know. The Cortland Sutton versus CeeDee Lamb that's a tough call because Cooper Rush looked great out there. I think he threw for like 31 yards or something. I don't even know. Savs, he had good performance out of the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
All right, I can't, Sam. I can't come up with anything to say about some of these games, man. Dean Gray, total annihilation. This one doesn't get in there either. Lamar Jackson, 51. Chuba Hubbard. This game was just easy. I mean, it's just too much. You got a guy that's probably Dean Gray is a two-time champion. You got Browntown in his first year, and and Dean Gray, a two-time champion's got a he's got a championship quality team this year. Although I mean, Lamar covers it up, but I mean, Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins, that could be a problem, Sam. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know much about football, but I know that when Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins are playing against each other, that it doesn't excite me. Okay. It'll probably be next week's Sunday night game. Browntown, good, had a decent week, but not really. Ninja. Well, geez. Well, you want to talk about Todd here for a while? No? Okay. So Ninja did 136 points, brother. Man, that's something, dude. And I mean, my God, Jamar Chase was just running uncovered in that game, and it's those guys, man. I mean, that's I don't know if we actually got that across what the greatest one too, even though that one Scott put out with Jerry Rice and this is pre-World League, man. I mean, hell, it's pre me even playing fantasy football. I think I was still in high school when that game happened.
Yeah, and back then, cornerbacks had more, leeway, right, to guard receivers. Here, I mean, nowadays you can't even touch the receiver.
Yeah, apparently not, Sam. Apparently not, because they obviously weren't touching the receiver that day. But that's ancient history. I mean, I'd like to go back and see clearly if Tyreek Hill put up 111 points and 5 touchdowns. There was one Patrick Mahomes throwing those touchdowns to him. We'll have to go back and research that game because that might be the best 1-2 combo in the history of this league. Mm-hmm. You go with Derrick Henry's 92-point performance, and I believe the worst non-start in the whole thing was that there's that kid from the Ravens, and I think he got left on the I can't. It was Jamal. Somebody on this call will remember that, and I know one of the teams left him on. He scored 5 or 6 touchdowns one day, so he got that. And of course, the Michael Vick game's the famous one. But yeah, man, that's. I mean, this is in the conversation, and I mean, Jesus Lord, Sam, you got the season high points or whatever at this point, based on basically 2 Cincinnati Bengals games against the Baltimore Ravens, who have a sad offense. Sam, it hurts me to watch. So man, and then. I think the funniest thing about that is, like, you actually had 152 on that night. You got a measly 16 out of Derrick Henry, which everybody's like, I'll take 16 out of my running back every single week and be happy about it. All right. So
not his
every
40.
week, dude, if you can get 16 points out of every player, you're right around 150 points, and it's 144 to be exact. And that means, unless you're Gang Green, who has managed to lose 3 times this year with 150, oddly winning 3 times with under 110 though. It's usually 140s at least get you in the conversation. And I guess we should say something about Wolfpack. So there, I said something about Wolfpack.
Now,
all right, Sam, that's our rundown.
To add to Wolfpack, he did text me saying he would have beat 10 other teams besides me. He just had to come up against me this week.
Yeah. So like, it's like the fantasy football debacle here. Every single week you can sit down and go, oh, I would have beat these guys. I would have beat it. It all doesn't matter. It just, if we were playing rotisserie football, Sam, then that would be huge. You would have gotten points for certain areas. We're playing fantasy. It's unfair. Yep. Like I just said, I've lost 3 times, Sam. 3 times with 150 plus points this season, okay? But I also won 3 times with like measly ass scores. So unless you're just you get that one year where you're either just totally lucky, or you're much more likely to get that one year where you're just grossly unlucky. And then if you're really, really unlucky, you don't even get the goddamn bad beat $100 consolation prize, right?
Remember that the one season with New Denver, he kept scoring big, but he kept losing that one year.
Yeah, so yes, I definitely remember that. God bless Don. I miss him. I hope he's doing well. So, and for our new guys, throw out just some things here, some of our chasers that you can look at if you're still listening to this dribble this late into it. You got the bad beat. That means score the most points in a week and lose. Everybody's aspiration. We give you a nice little, I think it's $75 that we give for these. You have your season high score, you have your weekly high score, and then you got your large margin of victory, the team that kicks another team's ass and rubs them in the dirt by the most points this year. And man, we got some contenders for that week in and week out.
Yep.
Even the dogs piss Sam.
And also, hey, remember to pay your league dues. I'll make sure to put the Venmo account there. And let's get that sorted out before the season ends.
I mean, because like David or Scott or maybe you, Sam, are going to want to get some money. Remember, this is a not-for-profit, and especially a not-for-profit if you're a few of these guys in this league, you won't be profiting nothing. So, All right.
So, all right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Get your waivers in by tomorrow afternoon, and good luck, everybody.
See you, Sam. Thank you.